doesn't really matter.
I think I have like a microphone phobia.
It could be.
It's okay. It's just
Microphobia?
Microphobia.
Hey, so that voice you're hearing is actually the voice of our managing editor, Roger Burchill,
Hi,
making his first ever
Roger.
appearance on PTOM Theater. Hi, Roger.
How did I get stuck doing this?
You got stuck doing this because you went and reviewed Rage for us. And that's going to be one of two games we discuss in this week's PTOM Theater. So you went down recently for the review of its latest shooter, came out this week. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about it? So it's a shooter driving game hybrid? Like, how much of the game is shooting and how much of it is driving? How do they work together? For those who don't know.
Well, I'd say most of the game is like a classic first-person shooter, but because they added the driving game elements, both combat and just racing, it sort of starts feeling more like an action-adventure game. And there are some RPG-ish elements of leveling up and, you know, engineering stuff. And
Does it have a duct tape mod for the flashlight?
You can probably find and buy duct tape somewhere, but I think I missed that hardware store.
Well, does the driving work pretty well? How does that kind of hold up?
Yeah, I think the driving works very well. There's no complaints about the controls. The racing is pretty fun, and then when you're driving around out in the wasteland, you get into fights with mutants who have their own vehicles and stuff. So it altogether works pretty well. It's just I'm just not sure that it distinguishes itself to really like elevate itself from other similar type games.
So it's kind of like Mario Kart, except if Mario maybe got off the cart and then went on a shooting rampage.
Well, the game that really sort of popped into my mind a little bit is more like Twisted Metal when you're out.
That makes sense.
Yeah, or like, I don't know. We're gonna talk about games where you get out of cars and shoot people. I would have gone, you know, more like the Grand Theft Auto direction, personally.
Yeah, I guess that might be a little bit more of a.
I don't know. I don't think are there banana peels, Roger? Or are there any? Are they spiked blue shells?
I think you can engineer them. Though,
can you actually? That's interesting. Can you carjack people in Rage? Is there carjacking? Please tell me there's carjacking.
No.
Can I beat a hooker with a baseball bat?
Well.
No, but you can talk to them and they'll go on and on about stuff.
Sold.
All right.
They can talk you to death.
100% more hookers. And then the other big title that came out this week that hopefully a lot of you are playing because it's actually a remarkable game is Dark Souls, which Ryan has been playing way too much, I think.
Yeah, I had the distinct pleasure of bashing my face against this game over and over until I finally beat it 130 hours later. But no.
Wait, did it really take 130 hours to actually beat it, or is that just how much time you've put in?
No, no, that's about how much time I put into the game. It probably took me closer to 60 or 70 to actually beat it.
Jeez, that's quite a commitment.
For those that liked Demon's Souls, it is a much bigger game, and I really enjoyed it. I'd have to say that, you know, where most RPGs have you just killing tons and tons of monsters and you get like gold drops and crap and you buy new armor, like this game is more every fight is a fight to the death. Every fight kind of ends up being like a one-on-one duel, except for you know, situations where you pull multiple dudes and they all have their way with you at the same time. So that's quite unpleasant, but it is hard. It's very, very challenging.
Tell me about it.
But
$1 for every time.
Oh boy,
you died. Wow, the game is really like they don't hold back.
Yeah, they like to make fun of you a lot for the times you mess up. So it's pretty challenging.
I can see what you mean by banging your head against this game.
Oh man, yeah, especially with no.
Speaking
frame
of banging
reference.
things, we're going to hell. I haven't eaten anything today. I'm gonna blame Matt.
I don't know if
person.
caloric intake has anything to do with that awful joke.
Yeah, probably not.
It's possible.
So there's a statue that just rose out of the ground.
A lot of the times you'll be running through the world and be like, oh, here's a thing that's trying to kill me. And it, you know, at times it's really unpleasant because...
I'm guessing everything tries to kill you in this game.
Yes, every single thing. Even things you think are just trees, sometimes they're poisonous
Kill all
snakes.
the things.
Yeah, so
and how did you determine that the ass was the weak point of this guy's armor?
Well,
real life experience.
Yeah, Roger. If you've never been in a fight in real life, the trick is to get up behind whoever you're fighting and just punch their ass until you win.
Just punch them right in the ass.
Or the other tactic, just spin in a helicopter. Like that's one of my favorite things.
It worked for Frank West. He covered wars, you know.
Well, it's a common technique, I think.
Is that game out this week as well, or is that just out really soon? Dead Rising 2 off the record. I know there's a Spider-Man game out this week. Edge of Time came out. It was it wasn't good enough to qualify for PTOM Theater this week. Yeah. Maybe not a bad game, but not interesting enough for, you know.
Sure.
Anyways, look for Ryan's new EP, Ass Punchers, coming out in record stores everywhere.
Worked on it.
And in the meantime, leave us some comments to let us know what you want us to cover next week, or if you have any critiques of our terrible jokes or Roger's first appearance on the podcast or whatever this is. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we will see you next week.
Yep. Peace.